So, I'm sitting outside of work at the moment, and I just wanted to really quickly make a video talking about unrelenting positivity while I'm sitting here waiting. So, developing unrelenting positivity and seeing situations and things in a light which always will uplift you or other people. And if you're not able to do that, then switching your mindset to where you can start to do that more. One of the biggest things to do is to let go of social programming. So the social programming that you have that tells you that you need to basically react to things because of circumstances or situations is all a lie. All these circumstances are always changing. Everything is always changing. So there's really no difference between one thing and another. So when you're doing one thing and you're doing another thing, the only difference that there is between those two things is the way that you think about it. So to develop unrelenting positivity in the moment is to see all moments as the same moment and to treat all the moments as the same moment. So you treat even the worst moment that you have the same as you would treat the best moment that you have. So the moment of the tip top of the best orgasmic feeling that you've ever had in your entire life is literally the exact same thing as the moment of the absolute worst moment that you've ever had in your entire life. It's all dependent on the way that you look at it and your perspective. So for me, what I've done to develop unrelenting positivity is I've chosen, for one, to clear my mind and my body. It's very, very important to clear your mind and your body. So your body is important because it is what causes your mind to function correctly. And then your mind is important because it's what you live with your entire life. So what I did was I cleaned my body up, and through that actually cleaned my mind up. So the biggest thing that you should do is decalcify the pineal gland and stop drinking tap water. That's number one. Number two is to change your diet to eat something that's very healthy. I personally eat as close to a raw vegan diet as I possibly can. And I also do moving, if you see. So I'm picking up heavy stuff all day long, and I end up having more energy than everybody else here. So obviously there's something to it that people are not saying, because all these other people are eating meat and they're eating all this other shit, and they're running out of energy well before I am. And yeah, there's definitely something to that. But also it's changed the way that I look at things and my perspective of things. So instead of being like, oh, well, because this happened, now I'm upset. It's like, no, that doesn't happen anymore. You don't get upset over circumstances or situations, because all circumstances and situations are the exact same thing. And it's all about your interpretation of it. So what that means is that once you get to that point, yes, it's going to be a flat line in a way, but that flat line is going to be on a line of joy rather than a line of suffering. There's a big difference there. It's important to bring yourself back into a space where you can connect back to your source. So you can connect back to what you feel is yourself. And the only way to do that is to find out who you are in yourself in the first place. And the way to do that is to clear your mind and clean your body. So the only way that you can know really your own vibration is if you purify yourself, and then you feel what it feels like to be you. A lot of people will do this with psychedelics because it just opens up that doorway, but it's temporary. So the way to do this permanently is through a full lifestyle change, and a change in your diet, and a change in your perspective. So it's all about looking at things and trying to find the positive light in things only. And when you notice yourself thinking about something negatively, you literally cut it off immediately after you notice it, and you don't go back to it. No matter how pulling it is, or how much it wants to pull your consciousness to it and show like these negative aspects, you literally, every time that you notice that it's doing that, let it go, let it go, let it go, literally. So that's how you do that. And that will start to clear your mental, and eventually, after a couple months of relentlessly doing that, you will stop having these negative thought patterns come through, and it'll be more and more rare that those kind of happen. It's really, really important to become aware of your thoughts and your feelings and your actions, and to notice the cycles of things that you do, to notice the things that you kind of like continuously, like that you know are not good for you, but you continuously do anyways because of past patterns and things like that. Notice those things and start to consciously, just every time that you do something, be aware of what exactly it is that you're doing, and hold on to that energy and literally like radiate this energy of knowing, radiate this energy of like security in yourself. And there's literally like, there's also another thing that you can do to realize unrelenting positivity. And what that is to notice how much of a game this is, how not real any of this is. All of this is just like projected by your mind. It's all an illusion. It's all a fantasy. So in that fantasy, you can make it whatever you want. We've just been convinced that we should make it however we think that we should make it, when in reality, or the way that other people think that we should make it, when in reality, literally this reality can be whatever we look for it to be. It's just been kind of pushed into the specific direction by the control mechanisms, but those are changing now. And now that the external world starting to reflect our internal changes, we'll start to see that manifestation happen quicker and quicker. But it all starts with you, and it all starts with you noticing your vibrational frequency in your mind and in your thoughts, and your being aware of your body, your mind, and your spirit, and then starting to consciously cleanse that, and moving yourself into a space where you trust your intuition and your abilities to be able to know what's good for you. And only that only comes after a long time, maybe like a year or so, of continuously changing your lifestyle into something that's healthy. And then your intuition starts to come on, and then you start, instead of craving McDonald's, you'll start craving bananas. Instead of craving Taco Bell, you'll start craving beets. You see what I mean? Like, it's like at this point now, I crave extremely healthy foods. I don't crave anything else. And there's a reason behind that. It's because I've changed my lifestyle and I've changed my mindset, and I've noticed now how much extra energy I have because of all this stuff that I've been doing. And it's absolutely amazing, and it feels like I'm a completely different person. It feels like I literally have more energy than I did when I was a kid, and it's really, really crazy. But unrelenting positivity, very, very important, and I hope that you got something good out of this. I'll make another one later. I just wanted to do this while I was waiting for somebody at work, so